It's definitely, he has to just purely go attack speed. He'll probably just do the standard Mask of Madness build, but even then, going Mask of Madness, he's very gank susceptible at that point. And I like the ban of the sniper for Infamous. That's another hero that's actually pretty good, so long as he's just not in the chrono. Like, he'll be able to out-damage Faceless in the chrono every time. Then we got Lina, so fairly,
Lina, yeah.
It's an extremely normal draft, actually, from EG. Like, this is a very EG standardized draft in comparison to Infamous, though it's still a pretty same draft coming out from Infamous as well. Not Black Faceless, though.
No, it is Black Shadow Fiend. Okay. Black versus Sumail. This is going to be an interesting one. Going back to this Lina pick real quick, though, I do really like it because it gives them something that they were kind of lacking a little bit outside of the Earth Spirit, which was some pick-off potential. All of their stuff was basically around their wombo combo, so they were very cooldown reliant. Anytime Rock was used or Vac Wall was used, I feel like Infamous had a decent window for finding engagements and maybe turning the fight back in their favor. But now with this Lina, you've got a hero that has a bit of a higher pace on EG. Sumail can just kind of run around the map, look for kills with crit, maybe S4 helping out every once in a while, and just kind of make things happen on the map in the cooldown period between those ults and still show up and have a lot of damage, as well as just being a good harass laner against the Shadow Fiend. Decent damage, very good range, should be able to deny most of his creeps, and while Black will eventually be able to just go into the jungle and cover, his jungle is going to then get contested by crit and S4 running in, and I really like this Lina pick.
So you're putting your votes on EG then?
Yeah, I think their draft is solid. I think I don't think I'd get any flack for saying that EG is the more favored team coming into this matchup as it is. Infamous definitely the underdogs, and this is just a solid draft. It's, like you said, it's very stereotypical EG. You've got S4 and crit on very good teamfight heroes, very good, make things happen on the map heroes, and you put Sumail on a playmaker, which is just going to let Artur basically do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's a very EG game, 100%, and I'm voting for that one as well. The game lost me as soon as I realized that this is a 5 Spirit Breaker. You can easily run a 5 Spirit Breaker though, but it's just like, I've seen some funny drafts from Infamous, and it's like Lifestealer's really good right now, and there's a Skywrath in the game, so I think this is a really easy game for EG as well. So I'll have to 2-0 vote that. Don't have a whole panel to get extra votes, though, so it's just you and I. And our words might not even matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Arteezy is feeling so good about this that he's got an Aura Venom, so he can click on Biver if he ever comes in range, or even just has to do it. Like, he got a stack of tangos and then 2 pool tangos and an Aura Venom just to be extra annoying. They are not worried about this laning phase at all. It looks like they will actually end up going 2 for 2.
Yeah, they will grab a 2-2 even rune trade. Sand King will be able to grab both of them up in the top, no problem. No,
taking a lot of harass though.
Yeah, no easy first blood so far. Pepita, yeah, pretty low, but fine for the time being. Both Zerber wards thrown down in the mid. Don't think either of the two were scouted out, so. But yeah, at the end of the day,
already used his salve as well, so he's only got the 3 tangos to work with. Good gods.
He's got the beginning game Sentry Ward as well, so long as he wins that Sentry War, he'll be perfectly fine. Skywrath down in the bot lane, a tri-lane against poor S4, but that's the power of Darkseer. He'll just walk it off.
He's just gonna lane for maybe 2 more levels, get his level 3 as quick as he can, and then just start cutting waves. And they don't have really the best supports to stop him from cutting waves. They have a Spirit Breaker and a Skywrath. The Skywrath is going to chuck out Arcane Bolts and be annoying, but unless Pepita can get a couple bashes here...
They do find the first kill on S4, no problem. Don't think they'll be able to get the kill on crit here. They'll have to really pray for bashes here, but going for bash at 1, no charge, so. But that did get them the kill on S4, so.
That's, I mean, if you're gonna run a tri-lane, this is what you need. You need to be getting kills continuously and getting a first blood onto Bivero. He's gonna have a null talisman completed. He's working on a second one. Probably end up just suiciding the towers. And if you're running a tri-lane like this, you need those kills. You need to be able to make it pay off. So far, it's working.
Yeah, this is the Skywrath I know and love. It's definitely the fun Skywrath indeed. So, well, it looks like what?
I have crashed.
Oh, you have crashed. Oh, that's fun. Well, nothing's happened so far. Pepita's getting chased down ever so slowly with an ion shell, and now he's not. Gonna disengage from that one. Just catch up all the creeps, get the second wave going through, and just do what Darkseers do best. Basically, play Axe, but as Darkseer.
Do you mean, when you say that, do you mean play Axe, but actually be useful to your team?
Yes. Our Axe is usually not useful. I guess I've been playing the wrong Axe this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, Axe, outside of Seb, I'm pretty sure Axe has been dead for a very long time.
So, Skywrath tried to suicide, by the way, back up at the back tower, but Crit did manage to pick him off on the rollback. Okay. Wait, it said you crashed, but I didn't even see you disconnect.
Well, I'm back in the game, so
interesting.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, who cares? That's the point of the co-caster, right?
Yeah. Hey, as long as you didn't crash, everything's fine. I can DC all I want.
Oh man, I know I'll crash at one point. Might not be today. It happens at least once. Well, so far so good though. It's 1-1 even, and Faceless Void leading in the CS at 21-7 in comparison to RTZ as 20-8 in the safe against the Sand King. 9-1.
Yeah. And both of them getting some towers under wave, or waves under tower right now.
Yeah, they're totally getting towers.
Listen, man, it's 6 a.m. I'm working on it. But Skeeter's going for a Midas, so looking to, I guess, match the timing of RTZ, which is one way to do it. I mean, you know RTZ is probably going to go Midas Radiance, so play a little bit more of your AFK style Void. Be a bit greedier about it. I don't actually hate it. It will, like, we were talking about how many items this Void needed. That's one way to, yeah.
Possible fight going down onto Crit at the Rune, but it looks like they'll be able to disengage it. There will be a charge up in 2. They do get the push, but it won't prevent the eventual charge in. And the last little bird's going out there. No, won't claim the kill. They'll need a bash or another bird, and Bavaria does not have enough mana for either of the two. And Crit, he'll roll on out. No, he dies to a stray creep attack. Or like a tower shot or something. Oh, he died to the tower. That's their base, right.
Yeah, he was...
Yeah, he just rolled into the tower. So that's actually much better. It's the split. Although split into 2 supports, I guess.
How are the runes going to go right now?
Well, 5 seconds in. The Sand King's not able to contest the top. They will have a Spirit Breaker charge on reserve, but... Nah, won't save him for this one. Sand King will be perfectly fine. Is it a 2-2? Yeah, it's still a 2-2 even pickup. Skitter is going to go for the Hand of Midas, like you were pointing out before. Yeah, so he'll be getting some pretty good farm back in the mid, though. Sumail is in a bit of trouble here as Pepita comes in, looking for a bash, but they won't need it. Black will get it with the raise. Now they're looking for another kill. They get the lucky bash on Crit. Can they find the second raise? They do. Black will get an easy double kill in the mid. Unfortunately, he wasn't level 6, so he isn't going to get those extra souls, but we'll just have to wait it out. Charge going back down into bottom as well. They want to get this kill on S4. They get the bash, and they're looking for a bash from Skitter, but okay, they dropped the chrono. That'll confirm the kill. The speed will be expired by the time, and S4 will confirm the kill. So chrono expended, and Skitter having the Hand of Midas come on out as well.
Infamous making the moves that they need to. Getting the kill mid, and then immediately swinging bottom, getting 2 kills back to back across the lanes. They're leading 5-1 right now. This is a really strong opening from them. And I don't think EAG was prepared for the Spearbreaker to actually be as successful as he's ended up being. Peta might only be level 3, but he's enabled a lot of these kills. And Beaver being able to get that first blood, get those 2 null talismans, he's amped up his damage enough that they're actually a threat.
Another charge going out onto S4. They're looking for the catch. They managed to find the kill on Sand King up in the top lane. In the meantime, S4 getting pretty low. No wand available. They do have TP rotations coming in, but the Bash will follow suit, and they will get the kill. Pepita now low as well. Brought on top of the tower. He'll take the last tower shot, and we'll kill him off indefinitely. Viver with no mana, so they're not going to be able to re-engage. Sand King back up at the top. Trying to re-engage again, but raged up as well as the slow, and yeah, no Sandstorm available now for another 5 seconds. He's going down again.
Both offlaners.
Now Pepita. Alright, well, Pepita TPing up as well. No charge available.
Wave away from towers so that the tower, the catapult dies.
Just by the time, they will be able to stoke the creeps with the Centaurs off to the side, Shrine in the bot lane in the meantime, so still leaving the lane somewhat open to Sumail. That one death, still doing relatively okay with CS at 41-17 to the 43-6 of Black.
Yeah, we've been focusing on the side lanes a lot, but I've been keeping an eye on mid, and he was winning the lane. Very easy to kind of see that one coming. But Sumail was winning the lane, and that's why they did end up having to rotate on him. But as it is, still level 7 to level 7, doing pretty well for Black. And Sumail does have a DD bottled, but that kill threat is always there now with that Spirit Breaker being as farm as he is.
Speaking of which, charging again in the bot lane. They will disengage from that one. That's 4. Yeah, it's a little bit harder to play Darkseer in this game right now. It's definitely not your normal Darkseer. 28-0 isn't the worst, but he does have 3 deaths, so
yeah,
not exactly the best scenario for them.
He's even had to adapt his skill build. I mean, most Darkseers, you want to go for that Helm of Dom, right? That you get the early Helm of Dom, you threaten around the map with the creep, but as it is, he actually has to go for the hood first just to be able to survive against this Skyrath that's pumping out a ridiculous amount of damage.
Pepita with an Invis Rune on top of everybody. Charge goes through out onto crit. No engagement going off of that one. Lifestealer infesting up in the top. Is going to get stunned out by the Sand King, but won't be able to have any fight going off of that one. Just an infest bomb to heal up, but loses all of his health immediately here.
He's got his Midas coming out though, so he's looking at a pretty good timing. Both cores, Skeeter and Arteezy having pretty decent games so far. Skeeter did get his Midas first, but that was with a basically just Midas naked rush. And we'll smoke up now down with Pepita in the bottom lane. Chronosphere maybe look to gank Sumail again, who's been again putting that pressure on Black.
I'm ready for the smoke to grab somebody, but nobody in the mid lane here. Throwing an observer down in the mid as well. Won't be able to find anybody. They're all top, killing our Sand King player, who does get stunned by the roll. He will end up going down, so not able to buy enough time for this top lane. No one to kill. The only person to kill is down in bot, and that's S4. Oh, changed my mind. Flies here, but they're definitely not burning a chrono on that one.
That is a lot of wasted time for Skeeter though. He smoked up, he was waiting, doesn't even end up using the chrono, doesn't catch the Lina. Meanwhile, Arteezy was farming, got the kill, went right back to farming. So EG making very efficient moves around the map. They know that there's, like you said, there's probably somebody sitting there, just gonna, okay, fly, you go, test the waters, see how it is, try and defend the tower if you can. Oh no, you died, at least it wasn't Sumail. So very, very good moves around the map from EG, and part of that is their wards. You look at their wards, it's just like straight down mid. Just a straight line down the river, looking for Spirit Breaker charging across the map.
Yeah, this definitely gives the most Spirit Breaker vision. 100%. I don't even think that'll help them, though, because it seems like it's just... there's not really much they can really do about it, to be honest, because then they could just smoke into it as well. We haven't seen Spirit Breaker smokes in yet, but, eventually have the Shadow Blade. Here comes the first charge out of the new wards. Smoke is going to get revealed as Pepita is going to be in a bit of trouble here. Does drop Bulldoze, and he'll just Bulldoze on out of there. Swap out to the Observer ward. Try and put a new one down. We'll charge on out. He's perfectly fine. Doesn't manage to charge the S4, though. Looks like he's going to the creeps.
I really like the skill build from Pavita though. The 131 means that he's got that extra status resist and the movement speed, so he's actually speedier than you're used to seeing a spear breaker at this point in the game. It's harder to lock him down too. There's not, other than Sumail, there's not like hard stun. The rolling boulder is only half a second. So unless Sumail is ready there with that LSA to follow up, it's really not going to do anything to Pavita. He's just going to get stunned for a little bit and then keep running on, have a charge again. Not the easiest lockdown for them.
Yeah, they only really have one bit of lockdown, and it's not even the greatest one. And then I guess, you know, got everything else. They could buy Yules, Rod of Atos. Those items weren't nerfed, despite them being somewhat indirectly nerfed.
Yeah, Lena's gonna have Yules now available, so at least as long as she has vision, hopefully Sumail will be able to cancel that catch either on the offense or the retreat. But still not the most reliable form of lockdown.
Chrono goes down, Skywrath ult as well, and that will kill off S4. Once again, they did have everybody down here in case of a rotation, but going down that quickly, not really be able to get a good response on that one.
Both offlaners just getting sacked really hard right now. Like Hesta Joe's had a bit better of a game, still lower down on the net worth, just because Darkseer is a farming machine with Ion Shell. But these deaths on S4, he's got 4 deaths now. He just barely got his hood. Trying to get his
Skitter though. Just a second off. The Yules is going to bring him up. There's no secondary stun available. He jumps back into the side, but the rock will come through. He'll confirm his death down in the bot lane and probably the bot tower as well.
Very nicely played from Sumail, holding on to the Yules until you see that time walk animation cancel it. So even when it comes down, yeah, he's got the ability, but he's not going to get that burst heal. That's the big thing, is not being able to get that heal from the time walk. It's an easy kill after that, and very worthwhile to drop the rock.
Smoke expended in the bot lane. I don't know if it was pinged out because there's two bright.
Yeah, they caught it.
Yeah, there's two bright blues in this game. Well, more of like a neon. No, they're basically the same bright blues. Get the roll out. They did not manage to find the Spirit Breaker off the stun. The Sand King here as well. We'll try to negate things for the time, and just Infamous trying to poke the bull a bit, but not gonna find any kills off of that one. They will manage to get the top tower in the meantime, so Black's still farming away. BKB is actually going to be his next item. Well, I guess it's his first item, since Dragonlance isn't really like a big first item to go for. Sitting fourth at the net worth as well.
He was ahead of Sumail for a little bit, but Sumail has managed to pull back ahead after that smoke. And I do like this early BKB because they kind of need it against the massive amount of team fight, but it does mean that if this game goes late, Black's going to he's going to run out of BKB charges around like the 30-minute mark, really.
Oh. Another Skywrath ult down onto S4. Fair will confirm the kill. That wasn't a Chrono, I believe. That was... Yeah, Chrono was not up. Actually, it's up now, though. They could re-engage and actually get another kill.
Do they have Epi? They do have Epi. No Blink Dagger available. As Infamous will claim 3 runes across the map.
Imagine if we had the that sick production value, like the rune money thing. I don't know. Lareth makes some pretty good stuff.
That's for the real casters.
The real boys. We're just the artificial boys.
Yeah. One day I'll be a real boy.
Won't be a real man.
Joe actually not even go Blink. Not able to go for the aggressive build on the Veil either. Has to go full pipe, same as S4. Both actually S4 doubling back for the mech instead. So he's got the hood for himself. Gonna go back and get them back online. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like you'd still kind of want to pipe because there's a lot.
He went back to the pipe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely pipe. Like against Rock, like they saw the miner. They saw those fatal bonds going down. Fatal bonds and Lena just existing. Actually, that's another good one. So.
Yeah, they have a lot.
Stun, Sand King. All right. Warlock looks pretty dead. Bavaria just gonna top off on his mana here because it's a really expensive level 1 ult for Skywrath. Of course, it's 800 at 18, but
that's what he's got the double null for, though. He's got that extra boost of mana and damage amp. Gonna be going for a Yules? Oh, to maybe help purge off the Surge and the Ion Shell for the Dark Seer.
Mm-hmm.
And the Silence from the Earth Spirit.
And then eventually, you know, we'll have the Rod of Atos, since that seems like the very standard thing that you run on Bavair. Or run on Skywrath. Well, yeah, you would run it on him too. Chrono's still available. Get an Unlucky Bash on crit, but they don't want to push their luck. They might have seen Lena over the hill.
Yeah, it's spooky when you don't. If you look at Infamous Vision right now, it's pretty dark on the map. They don't see anybody really. Nobody's pushing out bottom. So just seeing crit kind of face tank a void like that sends off a few warning bells.
Fly does
Really,
have
really
the Radiance now. Well, he'll have it right now.
By Fly, do you mean Arteezy?
Oh yeah, Arteezy. Gosh, I see the Fly thing too. It's annoying because, you know, Fly's in this game.
Middle tower is under attack.
Really aggressive vision from
Four-man
EG, though.
smoke.
They know that this Radiance time was coming, so all of their wards right now are super aggressive, so they can make this smoke maneuver on black.
Yeah, and they do manage to get the push back. Warlock Rock not needed just quite yet, but they throw it down anyway, and they get the kill on black, no problem. Laguna Blade as well, so they didn't have to use Magnetize, and they didn't have to use Wall, which means they could roll in and try to find another person. Sand King, though, is going to stun up to the high ground, and that's the Joe. He's just going to be clicked down. He doesn't have Sandstorm, and he won't have Stun for another 4. But there goes the Chrono. Sky Ultimate as well. For some reason, not seeing the visual textures for that one. Will find the kill on Arteezy. Crit goes down as well. Will they be able to find S4? No. They'll be able to TP out. So they lose 2, and they buy back on black at the same time. So this is, yeah, they're going to walk into Roche. They got the DD rune.
Don't know about the buyback, but very good rotation there from Infamous, baiting out the, able to bait out the Sand King. Arteezy being a little bit overconfident. He's really feeling his power spike with that Radiance. We're ready to fight. I'm good. And Chrono Skywrath, man. I was worried about their damage output, but Beaver's had such a good game at this point that he's actually a threatening hero. He's level 10. He's got a maxed out Arcane Bolt, pretty much maxed out Concussive Shot, and the Ancient Seal amping up not just the Bash, but also the Maelstrom procs that were coming out from Skeever there. So Arteezy just melted.
Yeah, not really much they're going to be able to do about that. Skywrath. Real fun hero. Ramping up max damage. It's definitely a big fun Chrono hero for sure. And like even when the Skywrath does start to scale down, they'll have the Epicenter as well. And I guess they'll have Shadow Fiend raises. Shadow Fiend ult on the outside as well. So there's a lot of stuff that is working around this Chronosphere. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see Skitter go for like the Aghanim Scepter like pretty soon here. No, Hesta Joe though. No Sandstorm, no stun available. We'll end up going down, trade off in the back lines.
This is one of the issues with Void as a position 1 though, is now you just, yeah, okay, you lost Arteezy, it sucks. EG though, recognizing the opening window that they have, are able to take this mid-tier 1 and then go back and grab their runes. They will be able to take over this bottom half of the map now with that tier 1 down. No Chronosphere to worry about for the next 15 seconds. But a BKB now on Skater.
They could still make some good rotations enough. Because they've been able to find kills with the Sand King Barrel Strike plus just dropping everything off of Skywrath.
And Joe does have the Blink queued up now, so he's going to be trying to farm that, get some initiation going, because right now they've just been relying pretty much just on Spirit Breaker being there.
Radiant are scanning.
So now you have some counter initiation once the charge is out.
EG hanging down here in the back lines, trying to apply some pressure to the spot tower, while at the same time up in the top. On top's got extra range creeps, but yeah, it's a big Chrono only game. EG don't really have to worry about that because they're not going to play around just relying on rock almost on every fight. I guess the one thing you kind of want to rely on is just always having Laguna Blade, which I don't think we're going to cast. No, we could probably still go the caster build. Yeah,
So-
LSA, cast range damage. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the caster build in this game. The pure damage is going to be super good.
Yeah, he's got the Blink Dagger queued up as well, just for a little bit of extra mobility. Get that extra catch against the Void. So the Ags probably be coming up next, like you said, go through that BKB, able to help burst down that Void even more, because he doesn't really have that much for defensive items. It's Midas Maelstrom, and now he's got a BKB.
Chrono expanded up in the top lane for an attempted kill out onto Arteezy, and not going to happen. Skitter's got a ditch ASAP. Will not be caught out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's the issue with Faceless Void, right? If you don't have an insane amount of farm or supplementary damage, like Beaver wasn't in a position to drop the ulti there. And even if he did, there was a rage going on, so... Arteezy with the very quick reflexes means that Chrono basically gets wasted, and now there's a 100-second window where Infamous just has to play scared, because EG is ready to fight, and they are not.
Yeah, EG definitely have a much better earlier fight lineup. And yeah, Faceless has got to... It's going to get to the point, like you were talking about. They need very specific items. Fly. Oh,
they caught him.
Yeah, Skitter's dead, but they do not manage to end up getting S4. They actually do bring up the Yules out onto the Skywrath. He's brought up as well, losing all of his HP. Joe goes down first, but the big black ultimate comes through, doing a lot of damage. Fly will be the first to fall. They get the ultimate out on Sumail. He goes down as well. Double kill for Skitter, and now they're looking... they do manage to get Bever, but Fly caught off on the back lines. Charge going out. There is no real stun to disengage him from this one, but Pepita doesn't finish the charge, so they will have to disengage that, and they're not going to get for that kill, but they do see Crit on the low ground here is going to roll out, and he'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, they were able to catch the Aegis there. The Vac Wall combination for Tor was really nice, but the BKB wraparound from Black meant that Sumail didn't really have a nice safe place to retreat to. He ends up having to run further into Radiant Towers, which means that Pepita has all the time in the world to land that Nether Strike, bring him back into the team, and just gets melted there. At least Arteezy was able to get out, but Infamous taking some really scrappy engagements. Arteezy feels worried enough about it that he's actually going Heart as his next item. So he went for the Radiance, has his Armlet now, which is kind of like a hybrid damage and tank item, and now he's going full tank with just the Heart. He just needs to live.
Well, it looks like they're not doing anything for the top tower.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, they know Chrono's up, so you know, see a Spearbreaker pushing alone, even though you don't necessarily know that it's just a Spearbreaker alone. The risk of both Black and Skitter being off map means you don't want to go defend that, especially when it was already as low as it was.
So we're seeing a Lotus. It's going to be the next thing for Crit.
Get rid of the silence off the Skywrath, a little bit of extra armor from some mana regen. It's a pretty good item.
Also, 4-man smoke on Infamous. Drop the scan. No one's gotten the scan. Pepita trying to buy some time, waiting for the Rage to come off of the Lifestealer. They do manage to find the Chrono, and they're going to go to work. BKB, but there's so much damage going on. The Lifestealer isn't enough, though. The Skywrath ult just not finding the kill. Bever goes down. They do manage to get the ultimate out from Black, but it's not going to do anything. Skitter does manage to find the kill on S4, but they're losing all their heroes at the same time. They could find Crit. No, they're not going to find him, and now it's just going to be Arteezy walking through, clicking down heroes. Sumail dropping the stun out on the Black on the sidelines. Crit getting low still, but he's just not going down today. Be a triple kill, 5-man wipe. The side of Infamous and EG now. Just probably going to walk down mid. Maybe could... No, because there already is a buyback out, so they could just... Why is this happening?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Why is what happening?
I don't know why he's pinging that.
Oh, because they didn't notice the Heart build, I think. That's the only thing I think. Because they're thinking the same thing I am right now.
Yeah, but why is he still pinging it?
I don't know.
Well, Arteezy, they'll walk down the lane. They can't force buyback off the Shadow Fiend because it's not existent.
You can just take the T2 back up, retreat. There's no real reason to poke high ground here. People are going to be up soon. Even with cooldowns expended, it's just not worth it to kind of throw your lead like that. They just claw their way back in. They've got us. It was neck and neck for a while there, but the last couple of fights, except I guess that one down bottom here, have gone EG's way. So now you've got a 7k net worth lead. Arteezy just sitting super farmed, and he's got his heart online. And I like this build because, like we saw there, if they just don't burst Arteezy at the start of the fight, they actually don't have a way to win the fights. They need to kill Arteezy at the start. That Radiance is just too annoying. He just does too much damage. So he's gone for the heart, and it's just so hard for them to burst him. And they need to. You have a Void and a Skyrat. If you don't burst people, what are you doing?
Oh. Missed that up in the top lane.
Just Sumail doing Sumail things.
Yeah, just Sumail instantly bursting down another hero. You know, just Sumail things, 100%.
And they're just going to look to... EG's going to look to just claim the last of the tier 2s. Keep the aggressive vision up. They haven't... I don't think I've seen a ward on their side of the map since the laning phase ended. It's all been aggressive. They just want to know where the smokes are coming from, where Arteezy can be safe, and now it's where do we hunt people? Where does Sumail play?
Oh no! Oh, Skitter. That hurts. And Sumail leaning up with the Yules. The stun, they will force the BKB. Skitter with no mana. And he doesn't have the TP anyway. So Arteezy's just going to come in and they're going to click him down. There's no TP, they get the wall for the vision, and Skitter's dead. And there's no chrono either. There's no buyback. They don't know about that part, though.
Sumail knows that somebody's here. He's gonna find Beaver. Oh!
He's looking.
No. Oh, Beaver.
Alright.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just gone.
But this is no Void for 50 seconds, no Chrono for 70, even if he's up. So GG's just they're gonna call high ground here. What are they afraid of? Arteezy's got a heart.
there's no chrono, and yeah, Arteezy's got heart. There's not really much they're going to be able to do against this. And, I mean, they see that Shadow Fiend's all the way here in the back with the ward that he walked past on the low ground. So, not much they're really going to be able to do. They get the tower. I imagine they could at least get the Mayrax. Charge goes in from Pepita to try to slow it down. Arteezy just going to keep on going. Rage is available, cleans up the Observer. I imagine he'll rage out.
They know that Black doesn't have like the Blink Yules build or anything. Like, he doesn't have a way to just get into a fight. He has to walk up slowly and then press BKB and then press ult. So even if Spearbreaker charges in there, even if Hestajo, you know, Blink Burrow strikes in, they don't have follow-up for it. You just focus down that one person really quickly. And they have enough damage with Sumail having the spell build, and now at Daedalus. So he's actually gone for a bit of a hybrid build. Didn't he actually end up going for the eggs? So his spells hit hard, he right-clicks hard, and then you have Arteezy with, you know, almost 4k HP, gonna be an AC soon, sitting in the front lines.
Infamous, 5-man smoked. They have chrono available this time. Arteezy's just going in. Can't throw the chrono down until, well, the Skyrat ult goes down, but it's not gonna find anybody, and Pepita tries to charge out. Roll goes through. It's going to land directly on the Black. BKB is going to be expended. DD picked up on Pepita, but it's not going to change anything. Stun goes out onto Arteezy, but he's just not dying. Warlock Rock goes down as well. They're clicking away on Hestajo. He goes down. Sumail, Laguna blading Pepita, blinking in as well to confirm the kill. They're going off. They're going to try and get Skidder as well, but there's nothing Infamous can do. Now it's officially out of their hands. The 16k net worth lead. Sand King gonna buy back. They need someone to defend. I mean, currently they don't have Mystic Flare, so
even if they do, there's a pipe and a mech on Darkseer. This is one of the reasons that they focus so hard on S4 in the laning phase, right? Is they know if once that pipe comes out, once that mech comes out, they just don't have any damage. If you look at their lineup, it's all magic damage, right? Void Bashes are magic. Maelstrom is magic damage. So the pipe negates just so much of what they have on offer. They don't actually really have any physical damage to hit Arteezy with. So he builds this heart, you have this pipe on deck on S4, and all of a sudden, nobody dies. I don't even remember the last time Fly has died.
Infamous is just trying to buy as much time as possible, but there's nothing they could do. They're going in ninja style, one by one. And EG just gonna start clicking on the mid here. They see that the Faceless Void is gonna be back in 5 seconds, but
He just doesn't have the damage.
yeah, there's nothing they're really gonna be able to do. Sumail trying to outclick Black. They do have the black hole. Hole goes down. BKB expended. For Skitter, so they find the kill. They get the buyback on Black as well. Requiem goes through, and S4 just trying to click his way out of it. He will drop a good vacuum, and they will find the Infest bomb that kills off the fair. They do drop the GG. Infamous, they're done. There's not really much they're going to be able to do against this one. And now we see RTZ diving Black in the fountain. Won't be able to get the kill in time. But EG will take game number 1. So yeah, the strat was pretty good, and we both pretty much put it on the EG draft. There was a